You're still watching Ways, National Take Your Dog to Work Day, celebrated on the Friday following Father's Day, honors one of our most beloved pets. For dog owners, the hardest part of the day is leaving these four-legged fur babies behind as we head into the office. Dogs brighten up the best days, so it's pretty obvious they will bring up the fun factor at work exponentially. So if you receive the green light from your company today, it's a great way to show off your dog, your pet, to your co-workers. Take Your Dog to Work Day began in 1999 as a way to celebrate our companions, the dogs, and encourage adoptions. Having your dog at work with you all day may make it a little difficult to get all your tasks done, but having the dog with you may allow you to interact with your co-workers in a whole new way. As the dog is a great icebreaker, and you get the opportunity to pitch that idea of promoting better team play and better communication and teamwork to your boss. So you may be able to convince him or her to allow Fido sit next to you at your desk as you celebrate this holiday. So, are we dog lovers?
No more kids for me under my roof. So dogs are like.
So for you, a dog is like a child, right?
Yes, but I mean, we were the ones taking care of the dogs, and then when my dad comes back, they would run to him. Like after I'm done with all the work, and then you go cuddle him, and then you're coming back to me for your food, for your vet, and all of that. So I was done with that. And anytime my kids always, oh, when can we get it done? So when you're old enough to take care of it, then we can have that conversation.
You've never had dogs?
We will never have a dog in the house. Oh, my son is always like, oh, Mom, I want a pet, I want a pet. The best you can hope for is a fish, not a dog.
Because
that smells with hair everywhere.
I don't know how, sincerely, I don't know how they do it. Like how people take care of it. Because I've been with dogs. No matter how we clean them, there's this distinct smell, and I'm very sensitive to smell.
Absolutely.
So that I agree with you.
The smells, the hair, the slobber. No, you know, like you see people kiss their dog.
They lick all over. I'm like, no offense, but
no, not for me.
I'm done with
Do you like
animals.
dogs, Manny?
I love dogs, but I grew up with dogs.
Okay.
But, you know, now that I own my own house, seeing the dogs going to pee on my rugs and everything is a no-no. So I ended up
you
always...
can train them. I don't know how they make them.
Yeah, you can, but
I'm still training my children. I'm still training my children.
It's not for me at all.
Let's leave that.
Manny, what did you find for us in the news?
Okay, secondary school students celebrated end of WAEC in beer parlor. So with the recent conclusion of the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WAEC, conducted by WAEC, students who participated in the exercise all over West Africa, especially in Nigeria, are elated and have begun celebrations. So the students of the Christian Secondary School, Uyo, Akwa Ibom, took a different turn to their celebrations, according to reports and pictures making their way to social media. The photos making the round online show these secondary school students celebrating the end of their WAEC in the beer parlor. So in the photos posted by Uyo Facebook page, Media Boyfriend, on Thursday, the students are seen in a beer parlor gathered around the table celebrating with 11 bottles of Double 3 Export Lager beer on their table. This drink is well known. It's a well-known alcoholic drink in this part of Africa. So what do you girls think about it? The last day of school for you, how was it? Did you find yourself in beer parlors? Or?
We celebrated, right?
We were signing our shirts and our slum book.
Yes, and
writing on your school uniform, on the wall, but beer parlor, come on.
It just tells you that the times have changed.
Changing.
And what children are being exposed to, what are they seeing?
We
have more people who drink now. And it's an open conversation. So it's not like those days. You probably knew you had uncles that used to do stuff, but it wasn't in the fore.
I think so for me, right, when I saw this, I thought, I mean, kids have always, by that stage, you know, dabbled or tried it.
Yes.
I think a couple of things play against the children or the youth of today. One is social media. So things that you would have done and gotten away with, maybe one neighbor would have seen you and told your parents, that would have been the best. But now somebody just takes a picture and it goes viral, right? So they're struggling with that as well. But I think that we've also moved on in terms of how we even, like you said, what you see people doing. drinking is now mainstream. When you watch TV, the videos they watch,
the
the music
video
videos, you know, so it's become the norm, which is
crazy.
not
In
what
fact, the
we
people
saw.
they look up to display these things.
Exactly. So, I mean,
Yeah.
to a certain extent, sometimes I cut them some slack because I'm like, oh, how are you like this? But actually, culturally, the world has moved on where they almost see these things like
Normal.
part of everyday life. It's normal now. So I feel for the kids today. It's really a tough time to be growing up.
It is.
Norma, what did you find for us?
So I have ICPC Clarifies Discovering Billions in Buratai's Home. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, on Friday clarified reports that it recovered 170 million naira cash and $220,965 G-Wagon from the residence of the
What?
Nigerian ambassador to Benin Republic, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. The reports have it that the ICPC recovered 1.8 billion naira from a house and office said to belong to Buratai in Abuja, and the huge sum was said to have been recovered. Was part of the billions of naira earmarked for the purchase of arms and ammunition by the president-led government, President Buhari's led government. But now they've retracted that accusation in a statement that they said the commission wishes to state that the ICPC operatives raided a property in Wuse 2 of Federal Capital Territory on Thursday between 5 p.m. and 12 a.m. on suspicion of money laundering. Facts available for the time being indicates that the property is owned by another person, said K. Salam Construction Company, a military contractor. So I don't know how we come to this kind of conclusions and we quickly go to the press and put out statements when they are not factual.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is real or this is them trying to downplay the situation. But I think it's still an ongoing process, and we're still looking at the outcome.
Yeah. I think these days. No, go ahead, Manny.
No. I'm just wild.
Wild, right?
You know, when you hear all these billions going
The
around,
numbers are just.
They are not making
I don't
sense.
when we used to hear millions then, that somebody or
Yep.
hundreds of thousands, it was huge. But billions, it seems like
It's
just
the
a
norm.
million
I
or
know,
something
right?
like that.
It's become. It's
the
completely
norm now.
just gone a different way.
Let's see how the story turns out.
So let me quickly take my story. So it says Saraki set for showdown with terminal operators over container deposit. So the Saraki in question is the Minister of State for Transportation, Senator Gbemisola Saraki, who has served as the minister since 2019. When she was appointed by President Buhari. Now she's talking about making ease of business, particularly at the seaports. And she says she's going to put processes in place that will ensure that shipping companies promptly refund container deposits paid by importers and agents. She's promised to work with stakeholders to reduce cargo dwell time at the port, assured stakeholders of sustained communication engagement to make the ports more productive. So, I mean, when I saw this story, it's quite a long story. There's a lot of promises there and things about what they plan on implementing. The plan on implementing is the part I don't understand. You don't been in office since 2019. You are almost on your way out, no? Election is next year. Then you say you are planning to. What have you been doing for the last 3 years plus?
It's just grabbing.
So that's really the only reason why this story stuck out to me, because I was like, did she just get? So I had to check to confirm that. Did she just get appointed maybe in the midst of all these people changing the election and all of that? No, she's been here since 2019. So why are you planning to plan now? But anyway, this is our government, and this is what happens.
It's normal.
But, you know, and particularly with our ports.
It has become
normal.
It's the norm, right? So we hope that the plans are implemented before she exits said office.
We hope so.
But let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take our topic for today. Stay with us.